Hi, I'm Carl, and in this video we're going to have a look at questions 40 to 42 of section 3 of the pink booklet. So this is a question about a blood alcohol interlock ignition device, or a BAID. So we're told that this is a device that stops the car from starting if the driver has a blood alcohol content greater than 0.05%. And we're told a little bit about how it works. So we're told that a volatile alcohol can be oxidized, and that creates a current, and so you can measure the amount of alcohol that's present in the blood. And we're told about this guy called Fred, and he's not consumed any alcohol, so he's got no ethanol. But because of his metabolism, because of his diet, he's producing propanone. And we're told also that this is a volatile ketone, and it's removed from the body by being exhaled. So it's something that this device might pick up. And we're also told that there's 2-propanol present as well, because it can be reduced to form that. Okay, so if we were to go through the questions, question 40 says, if Fred tries to start the car fitted with one of these devices, what happens? So let's go through all the different outcomes here. A says that it would start because Fred has not consumed any alcohol. So this is looking, of course, at these volatile alcohols in the breath. So we're told that, but it's not specific to ethanol, because it just says that an electrochemical device oxidizes alcohols in the breath. And if he has this 2-propanol in his breath as well, which we're told he could, then that could affect the ignition of the car. B says it would start because the half-life of 2-propanol is less than that of propanone. I don't see why that would be actually relevant to this, especially if this is a metabolic thing and he's going to be constantly producing low levels of this, as opposed to with ethanol, where you'd just have sort of one exposure to it. C says it may not start due to 2-propanol content in his breath. So that's what I was thinking whenever I was looking at question or option A there. We're told that there is this alcohol that could be present in the breath, and we're told that this device oxidizes any volatile alcohol in the breath, and so it may not start due to that. So for question 40, I think the answer is going to be C. But just to rule it out, let's look at option D. It says may not start due to the propanone content in his breath. So propanone is a ketone, which has a different chemical structure, and so it wouldn't actually have the same effect on the device. So a ketone, you might know, has this double bonded oxygen on it, whereas an alcohol will have this OH group on it. And if you're going to try and electrochemically oxidize, it wouldn't work in this case, but it would in this case. So this would be a case where the car wouldn't start. And this would really just be undetected. So if we were to look at question 41 now, it says, suppose 2-propanol is detected in Fred's breath. Which of ethanol or propanone is likely to occur in Fred's breath? So first of all, before we even go through these answers, I don't think there's any reason to believe that there's going to be any ethanol present. We're told that Fred has not consumed any ethanol in the past week. So there's not going to be any present. So anything that suggests that ethanol could be there, I think we can rule that out straight away. So A, we can rule out. B says propanone but not ethanol. So we're told that propanone can be exhaled, and we're not expecting any ethanol. So actually that does make sense as an answer. So we can put down B, but just to rule out the other two. C says both ethanol and propanone. Again, ethanol will be present. And D says neither. Well, we do know that propanone will be produced because of his diet, because of this metabolism that's happening. So you would expect propanone, but not ethanol. So B is the best answer in this case. And finally, we've got question 42. It says, which one of the following would be detected in Fred's breath by a device if Fred maintains his diet? So A says ethanol. Again, we're told that this is just going to be produced through alcohol, and we're looking more at things like 2-propanol being sort of produced through his diet. So we can rule out A straight away. 42, okay, so B says propanone. we're told that propanone has a longer half-life than 2-propanol. But if he maintains his diet, you have to remember that this is going to sort of be constantly produced in these low levels. But if it has okay, so let's move on to C, and I'll come back to why I want to talk about B in a second. So it says 2-propanol. So we've been told already that can be exhaled along with propanone, sorry, and it's going to be the reduced version of it. And then D is 3-oxybutanoate, which is a salt, and we're told that obviously there's going to be high concentrations of a number of things, and acetoacetate or 3-oxybutanoate is one of them, but we're not given enough details about how it might be exhaled, and maybe it's just excreted in the urine. So I think there's not enough evidence to say that it could be D. So that means, is it going to be B or is it going to be C? So essentially this is a device that, as I've said, only picks up on these alcohols in the breath. And then just going back to this diagram here, only one of those is an alcohol. That's C. So the answer for this one has to be C. While B, propanone, would be present in the breath, it wouldn't be detected by this device because it's got this double bonded oxygen sort of ketone group here. So that's why the answer in this case is going to be C. So that was questions 40 to 42. Hope that helped.